Kumite no Kamae. It is the fighting position. This is kind of the more modern part of Kyokushin karate, and this is the stance that we use if we are doing like fighting and in competition. For self-defense, we would use a little similar stance, but with some small adjustments. So this is the, in my opinion, one of the better stances that we can use for competition fighting, and it also gives a lot of different opportunities to move in this position. So let's start with how it should look in the basic form. So I like to call it Kamae Dachi, and it's a little different, just this position around the world. Somebody call it Kumite no Kamae, and similar to this. So again, Kamae Dachi. I want to start this way for you guys, so you can see I take my left foot in front. This is a little individual how long you want your position, but you should be, if it's one shoulder width like this, it's too short. It should be about 1.5 or perhaps 2 shoulders for you long, and your feet, as you can see, they are a little to the side. If you're sitting with your left foot in front, they're pointing a little to the right side. Again, this is also a little individual for what you prefer with your position. So again, from here, left foot in front, and you always bend your knees. Here. If you're staying with your feet straight like this, it's very difficult to move. You can just try. Just try and walk around with your feet straight like this. It makes you feel awkward. You have to relax your knees, and this is the same when we're doing Kamae Dachi. So come down. Your center is very important when you're fighting, and you have to calm down, and you have to come into the ground. If you do martial arts or karate, you understand what I mean. If you haven't done it, and you do it, then you will understand. Because you have to feel the force from the ground, and it is what it's moving you, is the floor. The ground beneath you is controlling where you want to go, and so you have to be connected with it to have good movement. So you can see, bend your knees about 1.5 shoulder long. The width here is about maybe half a shoulder. Again, a little depending on your preference. And you can see my chest is always 45 degrees. If I come a little closer, you can see. If you try and attack my body now, I'm closed. If I stay like this, you have a full target to hit. So you have to be 45 degrees. Here. Your back hand, your right hand in this position, just lift it straight up, covering your soft tissue here, like this, and the left hand comes the other side. And it will cover the other side of the soft tissue. And it will also be able to cover your head. Then you need to protect against kicks. So it's very close down, you're staying here, and be sure that your weight should always be on your balls of your feet, here. Okay? This is the area that you should have all your weight focused. You can touch the floor with your heel, but the weight is always on the ball of the foot, from here, from this position. Okay? And you can also slightly bend your head. Now for Kyokushin fighters, usually we fight a little with our head up, but if you can come down with your shin, it's better to protect against high kicks and punches if you were doing like a boxing or kickboxing. Here, okay? So I will do it from the top. I will use the Japanese commands, and I will say Kamae Dachi, oi! Come here, and you always step forward, and you always have a kiai when you go into Kamae Dachi. Always to show the opponent that you're not scared. You're here ready, and you're ready to fight. If you show that you're scared before the start of the fight, he will have an advantage. So don't give it to him, okay? You can see here. I will do it towards you guys also. Kamae Dachi, oi! Here. Good position, hands close together from here. Now, movement in this position is There are many ways to do it. If you are just doing basics, you can just step like straight forward like this. And also step back like this. If you watch the video for Sensei Dachi, it's kind of the same. You just step in like this. And of course, I just take my back foot and I turn. Step in, step in, step in, and turn. Step in. This is a very basic starting learn to do the movement in Kamae Dachi. And of course, you can add some techniques to that, like a kick and a punch. And it's a basic movement here. The basic position. So, and just step. And be always sure when you move in Kamae Dachi that you want to, and almost every stance, you want to go there. You're not like dragging. You want to go. So if there's a count, or if you're thinking I want to move, you have to really work to get there. Right away. Don't wait. Step. The step is instantaneous. So this is one way to move in Kamae Dachi, a very basic moving method. Now for the little more advanced movement, if you are thinking about more like a fighting, then we should assume the position. I will go this way. If you want to go forward and you step in, you always start with your front foot. Always, when you're moving like we're going to do now, the foot that is nearest the direction you want to go moves first. So if I go in front, this foot moves forward. And then the other one follows. You see? Push and move. So this is pushing, this is moving. Like this. And if I want to go back, it's the opposite. This goes first, this pushing. Pushing. You see. And you go forward. Change. 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 And you go backwards. 1, 2, 3. You see? And it's exactly the same. If I want to go to the sides, if I go to the left, my left foot is nearest, he moves, the other one pushes. Bam. Bam. And the other way, there. Right foot is nearest, so he moves first. He goes first. You can see? And come back. If you're doing this, if you're watching me now, be sure that you always keep your hands up. So step, step. And the other way, right, right. And we can also change our feet. Like this, change, change. Okay? And it's a little more advanced movement. And you can do it from here and go into position again. So I can step forward, I can step backwards, I can step to the side, I can change. And I go forward again. I come back, and I go right, and I go back, and I go left, and I come back, and I change. That was a quick one. So step in, step back, step back, step in. Left side, back, right side, and back. And change. Forward, come back, come back. Right side, come back. Left side, come back. And change. So, that is Kamae Dachi and moving in Kamae Dachi. Of course, you can, like I showed a little bit, add techniques and variations. But to develop the moving pattern is the most important. And if you have a good position and you're doing like a competition fight, then already you have done something correct. And you will give you many wins if you can move in the correct position. If you want to do it more advanced, you should add also movement. Don't stay still here. And then you can have a timer, or you can have a friend. You can just do it for yourself. Change, change, front, front, back, back, left, right, handle, change, and work like that. Okay? So that is Kamae Dachi. Most important, keeping your weight on your toes, and of course always protecting your body and your head. And if you look at, for example, Sensei Alejandro Navarro, then you can see his knees are quite bent. They're almost like they're pointing toward each other. And this is he's really centering his, you can call it ki or his power, huh? And he's working from here. And he has tremendous power in his techniques and speed also, huh? If you're staying up like this, you will not be able to do anything. You have to calm down in a fighting position. Okay? So this is the modern part of Kyokushin, and one thing that I really like to do, I have been competing now for many years. I had a long break due to injuries, which now are getting better, which is good for me. The only sad part is I'm getting a little older, but karate can be done for a long time, and it shouldn't let your age stop you. Of course, perhaps you shouldn't consider competing at the highest levels, but you can compete with yourself, and you can try and make yourself better from yesterday. Huh? And it's very fun to work with this fighting position and doing sparring and fighting training, which we do a lot in our dojo, and I hope to do a lot in the future. So I hope you find this video inspiring and helpful. And of course, if you are staying near in Drammen and you want to learn, then you can come and join our teaching and our classes here in Drammen Karate Dojo. I am almost usually the one that is teaching, or I have some great assistants now that help me with classes. And of course, if you're around the world, then go to a dojo near you and start to learn, because if you want to learn something and if you want to do some exercise, then martial arts is a great thing to do. So again, enjoy the video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and family, and of course subscribe to our videos, and please leave a comment or a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you like and whatever you think. And of course, if you have some requests, if you want to see some videos about some topics, then also leave a comment and I will see what I will be able to do. Okay? So stay strong, guys. We will endure this ongoing pandemic, which is going now, and we will come out stronger than ever before, and we will see many strong competitions coming again. So hope to see you again soon, guys, and thank you for watching.